Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Chef Lance with Dejafood and Decor. I'd like to take this time to say thank you once again to all of my Dejafoodies who have already subscribed to my new YouTube channel, Dejafood and Decor TV. And if you have not yet, I ask that you hit the subscribe button right now, as well as the notification button so you can see when new videos are uploaded to my channel. This Friday and Saturday, Dejafood and Decor will be back in Atlanta with the next generation solo dessert cups, the Miss Joanne's Treat Caramel Banana Pudding Cup, as well as the Falcon Red Velvet Cheesecake Cup. So contact the number at the end of the video if you'd like to place an order of 3 cups or more. So being in Atlanta, Georgia, all I can hear about is the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl to all the sports fans. What a better way to get ready for your next Super Bowl party than to share one of Dejafood and Decor phenomenal wing recipes. That's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. I present to you my Jack Daniel wing recipe. You can be a showstopper at your game party if you present these wings. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about the ingredients needed to prep our wings for the Jack Daniel sauce. You will need about 4 pounds of wings cut into drumettes. I do discard the tip, but you can leave that on if you'd like. About 3 tablespoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. 3/4 teaspoons of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of minced onion. 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. 1/4 tablespoon of garlic powder. And you will need the cooking spray as well as your baking sheet or your wire rack for your wings. Okay, we're going to add all of our dry products together in a bowl. So that's going to be our baking powder, our salt, our garlic powder, our paprika. I'm not going to use the pinch of cayenne, but you can use a pinch of cayenne pepper if you like. And you just want to kind of mix that all together in a bowl. Now you want to be very careful and not add additional seasonings because you don't want anything that you actually bake your wings in initially to conflict with the taste of the Jack Daniel's sauce because it's full of flavor and you won't need those additional seasonings. Then what you want to do is you want to grab just a regular freezer bag. You want to add all of your wings to the freezer bag, but what you want to do is you want to add a couple of wings, then you want to put in a little bit of that powder mixture that you had, and I just shake gently. I continue to add wings to the bag, and then I'll add a little bit of that mixture until you've added all of the wings to the bag and all of the mixture. Now, I may have a little bit of extra mixture because I'm not doing a full 4 pound of wings, but the mixture and the measurements that I gave you earlier will accommodate up to 4 pounds of wings. So this is all you're going to do to the wings before you prep them to put them on the baking sheet to go ahead and start baking those wings before we add our sauce. Now, once you have all of your wings in your freezer bag, you want to go ahead and toss those wings to make sure that they're all evenly coated. Now, do not make the mistake in thinking that your wings should be covered as if you were covering them with, like, let's say flour or cornmeal to deep fry your wings. That's not what you're looking for. You just want to gently coat your wings with the baking powder mixture because what that's going to do is give you a nice crust and seal in all the juices that will explode once you add your Jack Daniel's sauce that we're going to make and actually set them in the oven. So once you've done that, you want to go ahead and spray your wire rack. I'm using a baking sheet, but I am using an indentured baking sheet that will allow the juices to flow from the wings. If you do not have a particular baking sheet like this one, I'm going to give you a quick tip. You can just take a regular like sheet pan, line it with aluminum foil and lie it on your bottom rack of your oven. Then what you can do is you can actually load the wings onto the top rack of your oven directly onto the rack and allow the wings to bake like that, allowing the juices and all of the excess to flow to the baking sheet that's going to be on your bottom rack. So we're just going to spray our pan really evenly with cooking spray, and then we're going to get ready to load our wings onto the pan. Once you've laid all of your wings onto your baking rack, you want to put those wings into a preheated oven at 375 degrees, and you want to actually let those wings bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. If the wings are not 100% done, that's fine, because they are going to go back into the oven once we make this great Jack Daniel's sauce. But once those wings have actually been in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, they're going to have a golden crisp to them, just like this. Okay, for your Jack Daniel's sauce, I'm going to go over the measurements as we prepare the sauce, but I just want to go over the items you will need to make the sauce. You will need minced garlic, dark brown sugar, pineapple juice, teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, yellow onion minced as finely as you possibly can, Jack Daniel's, and I'm using honey jack, crushed pineapples, paprika, and black pepper. Now let's begin our sauce. Okay, it's time for us to make this outstanding Jack Daniel's sauce. So you want to get a medium pan, and you want to add in 1 1/3 cup of pineapple juice, as well as 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Now you see me adding in pineapple juice twice, because the first time I just put in a cup, and the second time I added my 1/3 cup to that. Once you have these 2 ingredients in the pan, you want to go ahead and add in about 1/4 cup of teriyaki sauce. And also you want to add about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. You're going to whisk all 4 of these ingredients together over high heat, because what you want to do is you want to bring this part of your mixture to a complete boil before you add any of your other ingredients in. So let's let this boil. Once you've brought that to a boil, you want to mix in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and you want to whisk that into your mixture and allow it to come back to a boil. But then you want to reduce it to medium heat once you've actually whisked that in really good, because we're going to add the rest of the ingredients into the Jack Daniel's sauce and allow it to simmer down. Once you have reduced the heat, you want to go ahead and put in 2 tablespoons of crushed pineapples. You also want to put in 2 tablespoons of yellow onion minced extremely fine. You want to also go ahead and add in your 1/2 cup of Jack Daniel's into this mixture. And you want to also put in a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm sorry, earlier I did say paprika on the ingredients for your Jack Daniel's sauce, and it is going to be cayenne pepper. A 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're going to whisk all of that together, and we're going to turn the heat down low, and we're going to allow this to simmer for about 45 minutes. So once that sauce has had time to simmer for about 45 minutes, you want to go ahead and get your baking pan, and you want to put in your wings that you prepped earlier in the oven. Once you actually put those wings into your pan, then you want to come behind those wings with that Jack Daniel's sauce, and you want to make sure that that sauce is evenly spread over the wings. And once you have all of those wings covered with that great Jack Daniel's sauce, then I just like to put some aluminum foil over my pan, and I stick this back into the oven on about 350 degrees for another 30 to 35 minutes, just so that the sauce has a chance to marry with the wings and it gives you a great tender wing with flavor in every bite. Now, the great thing about this sauce is I have made this sauce up to 48 hours prior to doing the wings. So this isn't something that you have to throw all together at one time. You can prep this sauce beforehand, before you want to serve the wings, and that way it's already made. And then once you've prepped your wings, you're able to take that sauce, just warm it up a little bit, lay it over your wings, and put those in the oven. So there you have it. That's the recipe for my mouth-watering Jack Daniel wings. These are going to be a hit at any event that you have. If you're just having some guests over, this is definitely a showstopper. People always ask me about my Jack Daniel wings. Dejafood and Decor serves these Jack Daniel wings as well as a part of many different appetizers that we offer with Dejafood and Decor. And I promise you that this recipe will prove itself valuable for your next event as well. My Jack Daniel wings.